And again, I'd like to welcome you all to our travel edition today. It's covering our trip to Venezuela with Lou. Other than that, thank you, Lou, so much for coming on, and look forward to the end. Thanks so much, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, folks, so we're going to do a training session today to really empower you all to be able to create travel presentations yourselves. Ideally, it would be an area that you've already been to, but it doesn't have to be. So I've never been to Venezuela myself. I've certainly read a lot about it during the news reports and all. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin the research process, and let's do it together. In fact, I'm going to even have you lead the research process through a question and answer session. So my question to you is, if we're going to do a travel presentation on Venezuela, where would we want to start? What are our resources going to be?
Google.
Google, there you go. Always my favorite. So
waterfall of the highest mountain.
Okay, yeah, we want to get that too. So what we're gonna my favorite resource, because we're on video, Zoom video, is using YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is share my screen, and we're gonna harvest some YouTube video.
YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna share my screen, and we're going to go to I think this looks like a okay, no, this is the browser I'm in here is Microsoft the Microsoft, I think it's called Edge now. I'm not going to use Edge. I prefer to use Chrome. So I'm going to navigate, I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and I'm going to move over to my Chrome screen because that's my favorite browser, and it's just my own personal preference. So I'm going to move over to my Chrome browser. Here we go. All right, and then we're going to go on to YouTube. So what I do here first is I go onto the YouTube screen, and I will capture. I'll start off with the history of the country. So I type in, what would my query on YouTube say if I'm going to do a history of Venezuela?
History of Venezuela.
There you go. So I would search history of Venezuela, and a number of videos would come up. And then I would select the video that I want to do. So I would not want a long one because of the amount of time that we have on the call. It would probably be rather short, about an 8-minute video, scanning through quickly. A lot of places have canned videos, or videos that they automatically, that if you remember the gentleman that before, the cartoon guy, I mean, those are all, but we want a video that's going to cover a lot of the history of Venezuela and not just a particular area of the history. And so let's see if I could find something quickly. What went wrong with Venezuela is going to be a specific area of history, the evolution of Venezuela, not so much that. 1 minute history of Venezuela, that's probably a little too short. So a lot of these are very short, and some of these are very long. Does anything jump out at anybody as far as being a good history of Venezuela?
Let's see. Oh,
I'll start from the top. You all tell me what.
Put my glasses on.
So Venezuelan history and politics in 20 minutes. We could do this one, and then I could
brief history.
You want to do this one?
Political history.
Yeah, brief political history. Brief 21. I need to go up.
We also look at the number of views. This has 24,000 views, which isn't that many views. We typically want to look for something that has a lot of views on it, which means that it's going to be pretty well documented. Here's something on the collapse of Venezuela, 8.5
million views.
Yeah. So that's going to be a good video. So I'll tell you what, why don't we start off with that video, and then we'll take it from there, okay?
Okay, how many minutes is it?
It's only 7 minutes, so we can play the whole
that's a good one.
Okay, so here we go. Ready? So I'm gonna
Okay.
Start off here.
We lost the bridge.
Okay.
We need help. The whole city does.
Now-
David Trump, he's helping. He's fighting.
Well, now we're getting a drip. So when I play the
Infomercial.
videos for you all, we don't see the ads, do we?
Us.
No.
That's. I'll tell you why in a moment.
Luchando por la libertad de mis hijos. La violencia del gobierno y la violencia del AMPA. Todo eso son razones para tú salir a protestar, a manifestar, a defender tus derechos y aspirar a una mejor Venezuela.
Venezuela was once the richest country in Latin America. It has the largest known oil reserves in the world, and its democratic government was once praised worldwide. But today, Venezuela's democratic institutions and its economy are in shambles. The country has the highest inflation rate in the world, making food and medicine inaccessible to most Venezuelans. Over the last 4 years, its GDP has fallen 35%, which is a sharper drop than the one seen during the Great Depression in the US, and the country's murder rate has surpassed that of the most dangerous cities in the world. These conditions have sparked months of protests against the president, Nicolas Maduro, and it's easy to see why. The country has become measurably worse since his election in 2013. A poll showed that about 80% of Venezuelans want Maduro removed from office. But instead, the opposite has happened. Maduro has consolidated his power, bringing the country closer to authoritarian rule. Maduro's political ambition became evident in December 2015. 2 years after he became president, a coalition of opposition parties called the Democratic Unity Roundtable, or MUD, won a 2/3 majority in the National Assembly, putting Maduro's rule at risk. In response, Maduro quickly forced out several Supreme Court justices and filled the positions with cronies loyal to him. In March 2016, the court ruled to strip the opposition-led National Assembly of its powers, a move that sparked massive protests across the country. The ruling was reversed a few days later, but the damage was done. Protests continued to grow and have left about 100 dead and thousands injured so far. Despite the violence and public outcry, Maduro held a vote in July to elect a new governing body called the National Constituent Assembly, which would have the power to rewrite Venezuela's constitution and essentially replace the National Assembly and leave virtually no opposition to Maduro's rule.
¿Por qué está saliendo a votar hoy?
Bueno, por el bienestar del país.
¿Qué está buscando en esta nueva Asamblea Nacional Constitucional?
Bueno, una paz para todo.
With Maduro's recent vote, Venezuelans didn't have a say in whether the assembly should exist. They only had the option to elect its members. But when Maduro's predecessor, Hugo Chavez, proposed a constitutional rewrite in 1999, he first called for a referendum to propose the election of the assembly. After most Venezuelans voted yes, they then elected a new National Constituent Assembly. See, unlike Maduro, Chavez was a charismatic and beloved leader. In the 90s, he burst onto television sets across the country. He blamed government corruption and Venezuela's elite for the economic inequality. His populist message resonated with the country's poor, who eventually helped bring him to power. The key moment in his presidency came in 2004, when oil prices surged. Venezuela's petroleum-dependent economy started booming, and Chavez went on to spend billions from the profits on social welfare programs for the poor. He subsidized food, improved the educational system, built an enviable healthcare system, and reduced poverty by more than half. These programs certainly helped the poor, but they served a purpose for Chavez as well. In order to be re-elected, he needed to keep these millions of poor Venezuelans happy, so he rigged the economy to do just that. He didn't scale back Venezuela's dependence on oil, and his unrestrained spending led to a growing deficit, which meant all these programs would be impossible to sustain if oil prices fell. After Chavez's death, when Maduro took office as his handpicked successor, that's exactly what happened. Oil prices plummeted in 2014, and Maduro failed to adjust. Hyperinflation has made medicines and food that were once subsidized unaffordable for Venezuelans poor, who now make up about 82% of the population. Like Chavez, Maduro has also rigged the economy to keep himself in power, but this time it's not benefiting the poor. He's exploited a complex currency system put in place by Chavez. Maduro set the official exchange rate at 10 bolivars per US dollar, but only his friends and allies have access to this rate. In reality, the Venezuelan currency has become basically worthless. Most Venezuelans get their dollars on the black market, where the rate is about 12,000 bolivar per dollar. The military, which Thank you, Deacon George. To raid and sell it on the black market for a massive profit. So for military generals and political allies of Maduro, the crisis has offered a lucrative opportunity which has helped Maduro stay in power. But he can't rely on that support alone. Which brings us back to Maduro's recent power grab. The opposition boycotted the vote, but Maduro held the vote for a new constitutional assembly anyway, and won a majority.
Protests on the streets of Venezuela turning deadly after President Nicolas Maduro declares victory.
The violence on Sunday, very real. The bomb went off near some motorcycle police, wounding several.
Election day clashes between protesters and police, claiming at least 10 more lives.
At least one candidate has been murdered, shot to death. La elección de la Asamblea Nacional Constituyente es un fraude abierto, el mundo lo ve, lo ha visto. Está claro, todos están claros de lo que sucedió. Ahora, lo que hay que seguir es seguir buscando la libertad, porque nosotros vivimos en libertad y sabemos lo que es eso. Para allá vamos a ir. Lo que sucedió ayer fue el más grande fraude que se haya cometido en cualquier elección nacional. Era un fraude cantado, ya se sabía que iba a ser una elección con poca asistencia, pero con una gran participación forjada por el gobierno.
Maduro's government is trying to create the illusion of public support. The government claimed about 8 million people, or 40% of the country, voted, but experts put that number much lower, at just 3 million people. The international community, including Peru, Canada, Spain, Mexico, and Argentina, condemned the election. The US imposed financial sanctions on Maduro and members of his government. But Maduro's assembly, filled with loyalists, convened anyway, and it swiftly removed Attorney General Luis Ortega, leader of the opposition. Armed groups reportedly arrested several other opposition leaders too. Whether the group will rewrite the constitution or postpone the next presidential election remains to be seen. For now, Maduro has unprecedented power over a country that continues to spiral out of control.
Esto está cada día peor, ¿no? Y este hombre no se va, aquí Venezuela, bueno, ya. Una guerra aquí. Aquí lo que hay es guerra, una guerra.
Well, that was interesting. Lots of Venezuelan immigrants are coming to the United States. You can sort of see why based on that video, right? If food is not affordable, that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
If you're facing starvation, you know, borders don't really matter, right? You're trying to live.
Right.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about what we just saw?
Similar.
Go ahead.
Similar to what we're going through.
I know it. I was thinking the same
thing. We may be at the very beginning of all that, right?
I hope not, but it's possible. It is possible because
have mercy, oh God.
But Venezuela, it sounds like from Chavez was a democratic country, and of course he grew the deficit so high, but it was a democratic country, and now with Maduro, it seems like he wants to be an autocratic leader.
Yes,
that's what he wants.
And something similar, and we hope that won't happen. We gotta hope the right election turns out better than Venezuela.
Scary times.
It is very much so.
I thought that what's his name, Hugo Chavez, reminded me a little bit of Evo Morales, the guy from Bolivia. The way he reduced poverty and was really helpful for the people.
Yeah.
So and that was interesting. Good.
Yeah, and the people loved him for what he was doing for them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so now when I meet some Venezuelans here, whether it's on Metro or anywhere else, I'm gonna be sympathetic to what they're going through.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we looked at the history of Venezuela. The next thing we usually do is, well, let's do a parallel on this. Would any of you want to provide an example of a travel thing that you all would want to do? Maybe a place you've been, maybe some future week you all can present on this Friday. Can anybody think of a place they might want to present? I'm not going to ask you to do it now, but just give me an example.
Paris.
Okay, Paris. So you would go here and just say the history of.
I don't mean I want to present. I was just giving you an example.
Oh, okay. Well, how about a place that we've been that maybe we'll want to present ourselves in a future event?
Brazil.
Ghana. Ghana.
Oh, Ghana. Okay. So we'd start history of Ghana, right? We pull it up and we do the same thing we did right here. We look for history of Ghana in 10 minutes. This is a pretty good one. So you can see it's pretty repeatable no matter what the location is. Then the next thing I typically do is want to show the places to visit right now, today's date in the country. So how would I do that for Venezuela?
Places to visit.
Best places to
visit in Venezuela.
Venezuela. Okay, good. Same thing as before. I'm going to scan through. Typically, I look for something around 10 minutes and something that has a lot of views in it. So Venezuela is a bit off the beaten path, partly because people don't want to witness all that difficulty. So it's not a top vacation spot. And because of that, you're not going to see a lot of videos about places to visit in Venezuela.
Go to the top 10 things.
Yeah. Although it's a beautiful country, there's no doubt about that.
Oh, that's a good one. Is it ready for visitors?
Well, sometimes I do play those videos afterwards, right? Like, but let's see if we can find one that's about places to see. I don't typically go with these shorts because I don't know how long they're going to last. I really want one that's I can see the length of it.
This is 1 million views. Oh no, that's 23 minutes though.
Oh yeah, that's 1.2 million. Yep.
1.8, but that's 20 minutes.
Well, hey, how about this?
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Bingo. Okay, so this is the one I picked. Good job, everybody.
Thanks for sharing all kinds of moments.
So I want to share with you, the reason that you don't see these ads when I do my presentations is because I download the video to my laptop. When you download the video to your device, you don't need internet anymore to play it. So I could play it on my own on the side because it's recorded on my laptop. And it doesn't, it edits out the video, the
commercials.
From post-concert bliss.
So here we go.
The pre-game hype. Because with a Verbo, it's always just you, your people, and no one else.
So this will be a good video because I like this company.
Ever wondered what the top 10 places to visit in Venezuela are? Venezuela, a vibrant South American country, is an exciting blend of culture, diverse landscapes, and warm-hearted people. Its rich tapestry of history and tradition, intertwined with its breathtaking natural beauty, makes it an irresistible destination for travelers. From the towering peaks of the Andes to the sparkling Caribbean coast, it's a land of contrasts waiting to be discovered. So, buckle up as we embark on a journey to explore the top 10 must-visit places in this South American gem. Starting off our list at number 10 is the Los Roques Archipelago. A veritable paradise off the northern coast of Venezuela, Los Roques Archipelago is a spectacle to behold. Imagine pristine white beaches that stretch as far as the eye can see, kissed by the azure waves of the Caribbean Sea. The waters here are crystal clear, presenting a window into a vibrant undersea world. The archipelago is an exceptional snorkeling destination, with coral reefs teeming with colorful marine life. You'll find yourself swimming alongside curious turtles, darting fish, and perhaps even a playful dolphin or two. But Los Roques is more than just a beach destination. It's an ecological wonder, home to a diverse range of bird species. The archipelago is a sanctuary, a place where nature thrives in all its glory. So pack your sun hat, your snorkeling gear, and your sense of adventure. If you're a beach lover, Los Roques is a destination you simply cannot miss. At number 9, we have the awe-inspiring Mount Roraima. Rising majestically above the clouds, this flat-topped mountain is a marvel of nature that captivates all who behold it. Uniquely shaped, with sheer cliffs falling away on all sides, it's as if it were carved by the hands of a master sculptor. Mount Roraima is not just an impressive sight, it's a hotspot of biodiversity. Its unique ecosystem nurtures a plethora of plant species found nowhere else on the planet, making it a living museum of natural history. But the mountain is more than a geological wonder or a botanical paradise. It holds a special place in the hearts of the local indigenous people, the Paimon. For them, it is a sacred place, a symbol of their ancestral heritage and spiritual beliefs. Mount Roraima, a place where the earth meets the sky, a testament to the endless wonders of our planet. For adventure seekers and nature lovers, Mount Roraima is a must-visit. Coming in at number 8 is the picturesque city of Mérida. Nestled within the Andean peaks, this city is a vision of colonial charm and contemporary zest. A stroll through its cobblestone streets reveals an array of colonial architecture, where centuries-old churches and quaint houses exude an old-world allure. But Mérida is more than just its historical charm. The city is a vibrant hub of arts and culture, brimming with galleries, theaters, and music venues that showcase local and international talent. It's a place where creativity thrives, and every corner is a testament to the city's artistic spirit. And let's not forget the crowning jewel of Mérida, the world's longest and highest cable car. Ascending to over 16,000 feet, the Mérida cable car offers breathtaking panoramic views of the city and its surrounding mountains. It's an experience that's not to be missed. Mérida is a city that truly offers something for everyone. At number 7, please check Margarita Island. Picture an oasis of paradise, nestled in the Caribbean Sea off the northeastern coast of Venezuela. Margarita Island, also known as the Pearl of the Caribbean, is a haven for beach lovers and sun worshippers alike. Imagine strolling along miles of pristine white sand beaches, the sun's warmth on your skin, cooled by the gentle sea breeze. The turquoise water lapping at the shoreline invites you to dive in and explore a world of vibrant coral reefs and exotic marine life. But this island is not just about the beach. The thrill seekers among us can partake in a myriad of water sports, from windsurfing to jet skiing. As the sun sets, the island transforms into a vibrant nightlife hub, with beach bars and clubs providing the perfect backdrop to dance the night away under the starlit sky. Margarita Island is a destination that combines relaxation and fun in equal measure. Coming in at number 6 is the breathtaking Canaima National Park and Angel Falls. This park is a true paradise for nature enthusiasts, showcasing an impressive array of wildlife and a spectacular landscape that will leave you spellbound. Located within the park's boundaries is Angel Falls, the world's highest waterfall, with an uninterrupted drop of nearly 1 kilometer. It's named after Jimmy Angel, a daring aviator from the United States who discovered it from the air in the 20th century. But the park isn't just about the falls, it's a haven for biodiversity, home to a myriad of species, from the majestic jaguar and the elusive giant anteater to a plethora of bird species, including the vibrant scarlet macaw. The park's landscape is equally stunning, featuring towering tepuis or tabletop mountains, dense forests, and serene lagoons. It's a place where every corner turned reveals a new marvel. For an unforgettable encounter with nature, Canaima National Park and Angel Falls is the place to be. At number 5, we have the bustling city of Caracas. This metropolitan jewel, nestled in a valley and surrounded by the majestic Avila Mountain, is an amalgamation of the old and the new. The vibrant culture here is palpable, from the infectious rhythms of salsa that fill the air, to the rich aromas of arepas and empanadas that waft from street food stalls. Caracas is a city that did not forget its roots, and it's evident in its impressive architecture. The skyline is a mix of towering skyscrapers and quaint colonial houses, reflecting the city's progression through the ages. Moreover, the city is a hub for history enthusiasts, with a wealth of museums preserving the rich tapestry of Venezuelan history. From the Museum of Fine Arts to the Museum of Contemporary Art, there's a museum for every taste. Caracas is a city that combines the old and the new in a mesmerizing way. Coming in at number 4 is the beautiful Moroccoy National Park. This park is a haven of biodiversity, boasting vibrant coral reefs that shimmer beneath the crystal clear waters. These reefs are teeming with a stunning array of marine life, from darting fish of every color of the rainbow to slow-moving sea turtles, and even playful dolphins. It's a scuba diver's dream. But don't think that the beauty of Morocco is confined to its waters. Venture inland and you'll find unique forests of towering cacti, standing like silent sentinels in the sun-soaked landscape. These forests are a testament to the incredible adaptability of nature, flourishing in conditions that many other plants would find inhospitable. Whether you're immersing yourself in the underwater wonderland of the coral reefs, or exploring the stark beauty of the cacti forests, Morocco National Park offers an unforgettable experience. It truly is a paradise for every nature enthusiast. At number 3, we have the historic city of Coro. Brimming with a sense of nostalgia, Coro is a city that wears its history with pride. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this city is a living testament to Venezuela's rich past. It's a city where the present meets the past, where modernity intertwines with history. Coro's charm lies in its well-preserved colonial architecture. Wandering through its cobblestone streets, you'll be greeted by a beautiful array of colonial houses, their vibrant colors a stark contrast against the clear blue sky. Every corner you turn, every street you walk down, you'll find a piece of history waiting to be discovered. But Coro isn't just about the past. It's a city that breathes, that lives. It's a city that tells a story of a time gone by, of a culture that has stood the test of time. And as you explore its streets, you become a part of that story. Coro is a destination that takes you back in time. Coming in at number 2 is the expansive Orinoco Delta. This vast river delta where the mighty Orinoco River meets the Atlantic Ocean is truly a spectacle of nature. It's a labyrinth of waterways, islands, and mangroves, an ecosystem like no other. The delta is also home to the indigenous Warao people, who have lived in harmony with this challenging environment for centuries. Their stilt houses built over the water, and their unique way of life, based on the river and the delta, are a testament to human adaptability and resilience. And let's not forget the incredible wildlife. The Orinoco Delta is a veritable paradise for nature enthusiasts, boasting a rich biodiversity with a plethora of species. From river dolphins to scarlet ibis, from anacondas to the elusive jaguar, the delta teems with life, offering endless opportunities for wildlife spotting. Orinoco Delta is a destination that offers an unparalleled wilderness experience. And finally, at number 1, we have the majestic Gran Sabana. This region is a natural wonder, sprawling with expansive grasslands that stretch as far as the eye can see. It's a vast ocean of greenery, punctuated by towering tabletop mountains known as tepuis. These geological giants create an otherworldly landscape, standing as ancient sentinels over the plains. But it's not just about the land and the mountains. The Gran Sabana also boasts a multitude of waterfalls, each more breathtaking than the last. Cascades of crystal clear water tumble from great heights, offering a spectacular spectacle of nature's power and beauty. From the thundering roar of the falls to the serene silence of the grasslands, the Gran Sabana is a symphony of sights and sounds that are sure to captivate your senses. And there you have it, the Gran Sabana, a mesmerizing blend of grasslands, mountains, and waterfalls. It's a destination that leaves every visitor speechless. And there you have it, the top 10 places to visit in Venezuela. From the astonishing Los Roques archipelago, to the majestic Mount Roraima, the vibrant city of Merida, to the serene Margarita Island, and not to forget the awe-inspiring 8 Falls in Canaima National Park. Each destination offers a unique blend of culture, natural beauty, and thrilling adventure. These places are not just locations, but experiences waiting to be lived. So when are you planning your trip to Venezuela? The adventure awaits.
All right. And I'm going to stop right here. So any thoughts or questions about Venezuela, folks?
Lou, I'd just like to make a comment on the oil situation in Venezuela. U.S. is considering new limits because of the administration there, and that Trump put sanctions and didn't let Venezuelans in here for a while. So now that they can come in, they're running, and they're saying the reasons that they're running is because they're forcing some people to work on the oil lines, and they're charging America a large amount because we sanctioned the dictator, but we did not sanction the dictator. Trump sanctioned the dictator. The rest of America didn't have anything to do with it. You know, he does what he want to do.
Mm-hmm. That's why he'll get along with the dictator.
That's right.
Mhm.
He wants to be a dictator in America.
Yes, he does.
And
But
and I read an article on slavery in the Washington Post about Brazil, and I don't know if you can get a copy of it, Lou, but it's very interesting.
Oh, okay. Wow. It's in the Washington Post. Let me write that down.
It was in the Washington Post. I think it was. I'm on the heating pad and I got something stuck in my arm because the nurse is coming back, but so I can't move around too bad. But from what I could understand in another article I read in the Smithsonian, that Brazil was part of some of the slavery that happened in Brazil happened because Americans went there and took Brazilians and brought them back here as slaves. And I have never read that in any history situation about slavery here. So I thought that was an interesting point.
That is interesting.
So you're
That's
saying
an interesting point.
somebody went over there and brought people from Brazil back here?
That just like they went to Africa and stole people off the shores of land, that they did that to Brazilians.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I brought them back here, and they was slaves.
I never heard that either.
I had never ever heard it. I'm still trying to do some research on it, but because I've been limited in my get around mode lately, but I'm going to continue to look into that because
please do.
I was stunned.
Yeah, that is well. Of course, when we played the Brazil thing, they said that the vast majority of Africans who were enslaved were brought to Brazil. So maybe it's not surprising then that people went to Brazil as well. But thanks for sharing. I never heard that.
I had never heard that. I have never read that, and I've read a lot of stuff about slavery and stuff, but I was never. Oh, Harold is saying Brazil was the first. What did he say? Brazil was first. Brazil was first with enslaved people and more enslaved than anywhere else.
My God!
Wow.
Oh, well.
Well, folks, were there any favorite places that we saw in there? Because I can drill down. I know we got a lot of waterfall fans on the call here. So let me fire up Angel Falls, which is the tallest waterfall in the entire world. So
where is it? Where is it located?
It's in Venezuela.
Oh, Venezuela. Oh.
Let's see let's drill down and just watch a little bit about that. How's that?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Well,
beautiful.
Caracas, yeah, Harold is talking about Caracas. Well, you know, I'd always heard about Caracas and wanted to go, but that's the only place in Brazil I've ever heard of was Caracas. And at one time, everybody was going to Caracas. That was the place to go.
Well, let's drill into Caracas too. But for the next 60 seconds, let's watch Angel Falls. I know there's a lot of waterfall fans on the call here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, love water.
Yeah.
Tallest waterfall in the world.
Wow.
That doesn't look too tall.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does. It's too tall for me. I don't like
that. That's right.
We just haven't gotten to it yet. That's all. That's the upper part of it.
You wouldn't want to fall down there. Oh, this is
heck no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
wow.
Ooh, that's
beautiful. Beautiful.
No, you wouldn't want to go up there and slip.
Look how the water turns into a fine mist.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It said a kilometer, didn't it?
Yeah, a whole 3,000 some odd feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
tall.
That's taller than the tallest building in the world.
Wow.
Okay, so let's jump. And I know you want to see Caracas too, right?
Yeah.
So let's stop sharing that. And then I'm gonna go to Caracas real quick.
I think Caracas is in the valley. Caracas is down below. It's surrounded by well, this is what I read. It's surrounded by the mountains.
Oh, is it really?
Uh-huh. And it's a fertile land because anyway, you'll see. You'll see. Yeah, I wanted to go there.
So that was the place to go for a long time, eh?
Yeah, that was a place
people
to go
are
for a
always
long
going to
time.
go there.
That
Okay,
was a place to go.
let's see what I have here. There's a couple of no, so they have a drone. There's drone videos on it, but I don't want to do a drone video. I want to be able to see the sights from the ground. And so you're all saying that it was the place to be back in the day.
Back in the day, and Harold put in the chat. Yep, YEP. Harold is writing in the chat.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna play a drone video here, and let's just see how that goes.
Yes.
So here we go. I'm gonna share it. Here we go.
My only seems to work in this room.
And see, we get the advertisements, unfortunately, when we play it right from here. But here's Caracas by drone video.
Okay.
Well, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Now you got to remember Venezuela, of course, these are new buildings, but Venezuela had slaves to come over, and I'm sure helped build some of this stuff, but these are new buildings.
Well, it looks like a very modern city, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. See the mountains, see it's down in the valley, see the mountains?
Oh, yeah, yeah. So why did people go to Caracas back in the day? Because it was a lot of
just to go to the beaches and the nightlife, and you know how every now and then a city is a place to be. Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? I want to drill into that a little bit. I'm gonna say the best places to visit in Caracas.
Okay.
It's Caracas, Venezuela. Let's see what here. Oh,
okay.
here. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. This is what I was trying. Oh, this is only 3 minutes long, too.
That's good.
Can you all
Harold said it's believed to be similar to Buenos Aires.
Oh, is it really?
That's what Harold just said.
Number 1, Temporary Art Museum.
Harold, have you been there to Caracas?
Temporary Art, also known as MAC, is a world-class museum located in Parque Central. It has over 5,000 art in its collection, which includes pieces by Picasso.
Well, I'm not going to see art museums if I go to Caracas.
For spectacular views of the
Me either. I'm not going to the museums.
Long-distance telefericos, cable cars, to the top of Cerro El Avila, an approximately 20-minute drive from Caracas.
Okay, I'll do that.
On clear days, you can see the Caribbean Sea from the mountains. Number 4, Pico Naiguada. The highest peak of the Venezuelan coastal range. The hike to Pico Naiguada is a challenging that takes you above the clouds at an altitude of 9,072 feet, 2,765. Trail is 10 miles, 16 kilometers, out and back. It is common for most hikers to camp 15 minutes from the peak. Number 5, Panteon Nacional. The Panteon Nacional, formerly a church, became the resting place for prominent Venezuelans.
Refrigerated in the freezer. I've been cooking them.
Part of the old town. The site's ceremonial changing of the guard is worth seeing.
I had two servings.
Plaza Bolivar.
Yeah.
Plaza Bolivar marks the spot where Diego de Losada of Spain founded the city in 1567 and serves as the vibrant civic and cultural hub of the Old Town, where locals, visitors,
Turn them lights out.
since 1874. Number 7, Parque de Recreation Los Churros. Located at the foot of Caracas Cerro El Avila, Parque de Recreation Los Churros consists of about 9 acres, 3.8 hectares, of exuberant scenery, including a natural waterfall to swim in, a Centro de Arte Los Galpones in eastern Caracas is a favorite place to visit. Numerous mango trees and an outdoor terrace create a tropical getaway in the middle of an urban environment. There are about 15 spaces in which to soak up the local culture. Number 9, Casa Natal and Museo Bolivar. In a city that abundantly honors the national hero, it's no surprise that great care is taken over the maintenance of Simon Bolivar's birthplace, a 17th century colonial central Caracas house built by his great-grandfather.
Oh, that's interesting.
Number 10, La Paz, Caracas. To enrich your visit to the historical center of Caracas, include the Casa Amarilla, Yellow House.
Okay, well, that looked interesting. You know, one other fact I read about is that Venezuela was originally combined with two other countries, Colombia and I think one other, when Simon Bolivar, consolidated to create this one big country. I forgot the name of it.
Oh,
Yeah, and so I guess I didn't realize Simon Bolivar, who's known as the liberator, liberated South America from Spain. I didn't realize from Caracas. That's a pretty big deal.
I didn't see any beaches, but I'm sure they have them down there because that would be a draw for people.
You bet it would.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, so now we're at the point of doing trivia. So in the background, while these videos have been playing, folks, I gathered some questions up. I didn't have time to make slides, but I have time to read the questions. So Alex, are we ready to do the trivia? Or maybe Alex has stepped away for a moment. Oh no, he's
Sorry, I was on a call. Did
no
you
worries.
you have the trivia together?
I put some I'm going to read them off, and then we'll be able to get winners based on me reading them.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Lou. So before we get started with the trivia today, as always, we're going to practice raising our hands in Zoom. So on your Zoom, I need you to tap more at the top right and then raise hand. Or if your Zoom has updated, you need to hit reactions at the bottom and then hit raise hand. Again, we'll go based off the order of hands that we received. So the first hand up, once you unmute, you provide your answer. And again, you'll be in the running for a prize today. Okay, so again, please make sure to raise your hand if you would like to answer one of Lou's questions, and we'll go from there. So you all can lower your hands, and we look forward to hearing your responses. So Lou, I'm ready.
Okay, great. Okay, your first question, folks. Your first question is, who was the first European to set foot in Venezuela, and what year was it?
Can you say the question one more time, Lou?
Yes, who was the first European to set foot in Venezuela, and what year was that in? First European to set foot in Venezuela, and what year was that?
Okay, Brenda, what is your answer?
Christopher Columbus in 1498.
Yay! Great job, Brenda.
Good job, Brenda.
That was Columbus's second voyage to the New World, and he landed in Venezuela. I think the first one was where? In the Dominican Republic, Hispaniola, wasn't that it? The first time? I think it was.
Thank you so much, Brenda. You're in the running for a prize today. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay, next question. What leader was elected to lead Venezuela in 1998? Easy one.
Okay, Mr. Harrell, that was so fast. What is your answer?
Maduro.
Say that again, please.
Maduro. Maduro.
So I don't believe that's correct, Harold,
Okay.
but that's a darn good guess.
Make sure your mic is not covered, Mr. Harold. It's kind of hard to hear you. So keep that in mind. Thank you. Geraldine, what is your answer?
Take a guess then. Ortega?
Oh, no, that's not what I have either, but that's a good guess.
Okay, lower my hand.
Thank you. Let's see. Next up is, for this question, is Miss Melanie. What is your answer?
Chavez.
Who?
Chavez.
Yes, Hugo Chavez. Great job. Congratulations.
Oh, good job, Miss Melanie. You said 98, right?
Yes, 1998.
Thank you so much, Miss Melanie. You're also in the running for a prize today.
Okay, next question. This may be there may be more than one answer, but I'm looking for one particular answer. What natural resource does Venezuela have more than any other country in the entire world? What valuable natural resource is that?
Okay, Mr. Harold, what is your answer?
Trying to get the running. Oil.
Hey, Harold, great job. You would have
oil.
Oil. You would have thought Saudi Arabia or one of those countries would have it, right? But it's actually Venezuela.
The dinosaurs. America.
Yeah.
U.S. has a lot of oil. It's not killing people.
Again, Mr. Harold, it's kind of hard to hear you. Make sure your mic is not being covered or your iPad's not being covered, okay? But thank you so much. You're in the running for a prize today.
Question for you all. Just guess how much a liter of gasoline costs for years and years and years and years in Venezuela. Guess how much a liter of gas cost.
Is that a prize question or a fun question?
No, this is not a prize question.
Okay.
Well, heck, let's make it a prize question.
Okay. Can you say it one more time?
For years and years and years, how much did a liter of gas cost in Venezuela?
Miss Melanie, please keep your hand up. If we don't,
I'll give you a hint. It was known as the lowest price gas to consumers in the whole world.
Okay. Miss Thompson, what is your answer?
Penny.
Yes, good job. 1 penny.
Really? Oh.
You go to the gas station with a nickel in your pocket, and you fill up, or a dime.
What? That's amazing.
It was like free over there. They tried to spur the economy with essentially free gas. Well, great answer. How'd you find that answer? Did you Google it?
I read about Venezuela this morning.
Oh, Brenda, you doing your pre-research. I know that's right. Thank you so much for answering. You're in the running for a prize today, Miss Thompson.
Okay, next question. The world's largest rodent lives in Venezuela. What is his name? What is the name of that rodent, the world's largest rodent?
That's a good question. Any takers? Again, Miss Melanie, we really appreciate your participation. Keep your hand up and let's see if you can see someone else would be able to answer. Mr. Thomas, what is your answer?
Is it the Cacabera? The Cacabera?
You are right. You are right. And I got to show you what that looks like.
Oh, a capybara.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Capybara.
You cannot ask that question without seeing it, right? There it is. Can y'all see it?
Yeah, we see your screen, Lou.
All right. All right. Now, here we go. Final question of the day. Most important question of the day. Here we go. In what city is the world's tallest slum? In what city is the world's tallest slum?
Any takers? Again, Mr. Thomas, Miss Melanie, Miss Brenda, thank you for participating. Let's see if we can see someone else that hasn't answered a question correctly yet. But keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Okay, Teresa, what is your answer? You gotta hit unmute in the middle.
You said city or country?
What city?
Okay, I don't have the answer.
Okay, thank you. Again, Mr. Thomas, thank you. Let's see, Ms. Doris, what is your answer?
Caracas, Caracas.
Yes, Caracas,
Wow.
Venezuela. Here we go.
Good job, Ms. Doris.
Thank you.
You can't
Thank you
ask
so
that
much
question
for your
without seeing it,
question.
right?
Caracas may be known for its social struggle.
Wow, thank you so much, Ms. Doris.
Over
Appreciate
40,000
that.
plastic surgeries are performed each year, while the government struggles to house its
Tower of David.
But all the
You've heard of that before.
boot jobs pale in comparison to its biggest transformation of all. One of the country's largest skyscrapers has become its tallest slum. Looming 45 stories over the favelas of Caracas, Torre David is a monument to a failed banking system. After years of frustration with the housing crisis, 2,500 people say they've had enough and they just moved in. Even though the tower has had stories of violence, drugs, and death, families have continued to move in, creating their own world. Homes, businesses, and an economy.
Wow.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? All right. Called the Tower of David, the world's tallest slum. All right, Alex, I'm going to hand it over to you. So did you all enjoy that presentation? Did you learn anything about how to put one of these together yourselves?
Please give Lou a thumbs up or a raised hand if you enjoyed today's session. Yeah, thank you. While you all do that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And again, I would like to say thank you to Miss Brenda, Miss Melanie, Mr. Harold, Miss other Brenda, Mr. Thomas, and Ms. Doris for correctly answering a trivia question today. One of you all will win a prize. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's see who wins a prize today. Well, congratulations, Mr. Thomas. You have won our prize for today. Thank you so much for coming on and for correctly answering your question. Today, Mr. Thomas, you won a pair of headphones from us. So again, thank you so much for coming on to our session today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem, Mr. Thomas. Have a great rest of your day. And let's all thank Lou so much for doing such a great job for our travel edition, our trip to Venezuela. And I'll see you all at 1:30 for our module. Thank you, Lou, and have a great day.
Thank you, Lou.
Thank you,
Lou,
Lou.
enjoy the
Have a good
time.
weekend.
Y'all
Thank you.
later.
Everybody have a great
Thank you,
weekend.
Lou.
Thank you,
Thank
Lou.
you.
See you all next
Thank you.
week.
Thank you, Lou.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good day. Have a good day, you all. Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll
Bye-bye.
see you.
You
Thank
too
you,
now.
Lou.
Third.
See
Have a
you,
good day,
Lou.
everyone. Good
All right.
weekend
Bye,
also.
everybody.
Good weekend if you're not coming back on. God bless.
That's same to y'all.
Have a
Uh-huh.